Oh my. We're going to investigate today Kanye West, the rise and fall of a star. Um, this is a serious topic. So I just want to put that in. Mental health is serious. We're not here to make fun of Kanye or anyone else in this matter. This is serious. But I do believe we should cover it and learn more about mental health and stalking behaviors. And yes, there are consequences to your behavior, whether you have mental health issues or not. Just what should those consequences be? Here we go. Oh, hello there, my friends. It's always a pleasure to sit down with you, and we can just sit here and share our thoughts and theories about what we're investigating each time. Well, if you don't know, if you're new to this channel, I am Dee Sparta, and welcome, welcome, welcome. This is where we dive into the mysterious and unsolvable, then try to learn more about tarot through tarot and other divination tools. If you're new here, or you just haven't subscribed before, please subscribe and hit the notification bell because I do load up at least once a week. And without the notification bell, you're not going to know what is up. Now, please hit the thumbs up and comment down below your thoughts and ideas on today's topic, Kanye West and mental health, as well as your suggestions for future videos. Now, let's get into what I'm going to be covering today. From producing for artists such as Jay-Z to stalking his ex-wife, what's happened to Kanye West? I remember being so happy to see such a talented young man get recognized for his gifts and him rising up and getting more and more attention. The first time, though, I really was shocked by Kanye's behavior was when he interrupted Taylor Swift's thank you speech to say that Beyonce was robbed of this Grammy. Not only was that a ballsy move, but also narcissistic. Sure, he was wanting to speak up because his friend lost. Still, he can make a statement after the ceremony or via social media or in an interview of how, oh yeah, I think Beyonce should have won. But what he did, wow. There is a time and a place for most everything. Unless, of course, you have narcissistic tendencies, you just ignore that. Lately, Kanye's behavior has caused many of us to see red flags, and he's been acting out and stalking his ex-wife and posting threats to Pete Davidson, also, whom Kim Kardashian has been seen with. Now, watching all this go down is very scary. It really is. Today, we're going to take a look back at Kanye's career and the highlights and the disturbing things he's done. Then, we will do a tarot reading to see what we can learn about this current situation. Now, if you just want to jump on ahead to the tarot reading, I have those chapter links down below. Or you can stick around as we review the rise and fall of Kanye West. Welcome back, and thank you for sticking around with me, my friend. Let's talk a little bit about Kanye West. Now, he was born June 8th, 1977. His parents were Donda Williams and Ray West. He was born in Douglasville, Georgia. Now, his parents did divorce in 1980. Now, he moved with his mom to Chicago when he was just 3 years old. And it was Donda, his mom, who paid for a recording of his first song in a basement studio when Kanye was only 13. Yes. High school graduation, it was May of 1994. Wow, I graduated in 1990. I'm older than him. Anyway, and he attended Chicago's American Art Academy on a scholarship. He studied painting, and then he transferred to Chicago State University and he majored in English literature. Now, in August of 1996, at the age of 19, he freestyled at Fat Beats. And I do have a clip of this.
Chicago what? Chicago what? Chicago, hey, yo, if you owe me money, what? Check it. Yo, it's the Lake Shore Drive, keep your lives tight, boy. You better hurry up, they can't keep it in the store. The beautiful format, your whole style I wanna be. Insert the disc, watch a nigga press the lead. Tryna flex the technique, you get blast with a tech. This shit is mad ironic like Atlantis Morissette. You tryna became jet, first airline lyrics. Rhymes below, fair flying out of old hair. Why these no-name ass niggas wanna go there? Nobody's living.
All right, so you got a little glimpse of a young Kanye and him when he's first started getting noticed. Now, in 1998, Kanye dropped out of Chicago State University, but he had sold his first beats to a local group, Gravity, for $8,000. And he sold another beat to Jermaine Dupri for $4,000. So he started, it's like, okay. And his career ended up taking off in about the 2000s. That's when he began producing for Rockefeller Records. And what does that mean? Well, he produced a song for none other than Jay-Z, This Can't Be Life, and a title track for Beanie Siegels. Yes. Now, he did continue to produce for Jay-Z and others, and on February 10th of 2004, Kanye released The College Dropout. And this album went platinum 3 fucking times, folks. This is his debut, The College Dropout. And he had dropped out of college, and he was learning painting, and next thing you know, he's like, here I am, and I am making music. And yeah, he said he's a lyrical genius. And you know what? He is. Now, in 2005, Kanye began making controversial statements that confuse, cringe, and offend. Now, Hurricane Katrina hit the South hard. We all know. If you were alive back then, I think some of my audience might. I know my child wasn't born until 2006, so my oldest, so, and he's 15. So, but I do know others. If you remember just the devastation and people having to relocate. I know here in Idaho and Boise, we took on a lot of people who lost their homes because of Hurricane Katrina, and they end up moving up here and, reestablishing a home here or staying here until their homes and such could be repaired back there. But people had to be relocated. People had to be saved. They lost everything. This was a hideous hurricane. And George W. Bush was president at the time. Now, Kanye, he goes on to win 2 Grammy Awards for The College Dropout. And then a couple days later, on September 2nd of 2005, on national TV, he makes a statement criticizing Bush for how he has responded to get help to the victims. Now, sure, you're thinking, what's wrong with that? Well, in essence, nothing would have been wrong. It was more so how he did so. Let me set this up. Now, I'm not saying what he said was wrong, okay? I want to set a scene for y'all. It was nearly a year after 9/11 when the terrorists took over passenger planes and crashed them into the towers in New York and the Pentagon. One crashed on its way to the White House. Now, what happened then was people became like extremely patriotic. And of course, they were praising President Bush and Mayor Rudy Giuliani. Yes, Giuliani. That's another character who's has went up and just crashed. Yeah. Damn, how things have changed for both Bush and Giuliani. It's like, wow. Anyway, Kanye on national TV declares George Bush doesn't care about black people. Basically, Kanye felt Bush hadn't done enough, and it was because of all the black people who were affected. That's a real concern. Yes, that is something that should be looked into. However, it shocked the nation. You got a bunch of white people going, "What? How dare you? He was there for us when the terrorists struck. Bush kept us, helped us rise up." It's just blind patriotism, I call it. America. That's scary shit, folks. I love my nation. I love my country. But I also know we ain't perfect. In fact, there's a whole lot messed up. And dealing with racism is definitely high up there. We suck when it comes to... Yeah, we're supposed to be equal rights. I'm sorry, I'm on a political tangent. Forgive me. We'll just get back. But this did make people take a more critical eye on what was happening to the victims of Hurricane Katrina. So in essence, and in a way, that was helpful. But he said something controversial, and people were like, "What?" Now, the next few years, Kanye was kicking out music and just growing in popularity. So far, Kanye seemed like a gifted songwriter, producer, rapper, you name it. He just oozed success. And now remember that Kanye's career started to take off after producing music for Jay-Z. Well, on September 13th of 2009, Kanye became known as the one who interrupted Taylor Swift's acceptance speech for Best Female Video at the VMAs. Do you all remember this? Yeah, the cringe is strong. I was going to add a clip of it, but I'm deciding against it right now. Poor Taylor, she just is like, like a deer in front of headlights, like, what do I do or say? And because, Kanye announced that Beyonce should have won. Whew, now I get it, that's his friend. He wanted to speak up for them, but time and a place, as I mentioned earlier in the first intro part of this video. Time and a place, Kanye. Time and a place. Still, after this happened, Nike goes ahead and partners the same year with Kanye, and they release the Air Yeezys. Now, this is Nike Air Yeezys. Not what we're dealing. Not later on, he comes up with his own line, which is not going to be through Nike. Now, Kanye went on to collaborate with the likes of Jay-Z, Elton John, Rihanna, and many others, and he won awards and grew even more successful and famous. 2013, he released Yeezus. Now, West claimed this was his protest against music. Jay-Z called it polarizing. Not everybody welcomed the way the music it was different than his norm. But then again, was it really a norm for Kanye? His music was always just, he's coming up with something new. Now, here's where we get Kim Kardashian comes into the picture. See, now in 2014, Kanye marries Kim Kardashian. Now, some of you remember, he did this giant proposals, wedding, they were traveling. I mean, just this, Kanye went well overboard. And he loved Kim. He also wanted to change things. He expected her to dress a certain way. be a certain way, show her support. And, at first, it might be kind of fun. Like, oh, wow, he's getting me all, I look good, but it can be a little overwhelming. But yeah, these two, power couple, because they're both successful in their own, very own right. And are very much in the public eye. Some may say Kim became famous for not so good reasons, more like finding her kind of mooch off of others. But I'm not going to say, let me tell you, if you can kick out, you can start being devastated by and humiliated and rise above that shit and become your own businesswoman and have these corporate, sorry, I am not a Kardashian fan, but I have respect for this woman, that she has worked hard to get where she's at. Now, in 2015, West collaborated with Adidas and they launched his new shoe line, Yeezy. Yeah, he still kept the other ones were Air Yeezy. It was Yeezy. Man, people want Yeezys. And I kind of didn't think they were all looking good. I thought they were kind of ugly. But I'm not one to wear sneakers, so all that often. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Now, after this, in 2016, West ended up having to cancel his tour, Life of Pablo. And it was partially due to exhaustion. And this is when we started noticing that something was wrong with his health, and many grew concerned. And he ended up being, coming out, finding out bipolar, and his mental health, started coming in. It's like, wow, you gotta, you start seeing that, he was starting to crumble, and it was hard to see. It was hard to watch. Now, on May 31st of 2019, Kanye announces that he met God. Yep. Let this sink in here, folks. He started to hold exclusive private Sunday services. Cult. Yes, I'm going to go there, because that's what a cult does. Then he decided to broadcast his services worldwide. Now, do you see how he gamed that? Claiming, okay, I've met God. Come, I have all this stuff to tell you. We can have these services, but only certain people can come, and it's very elitist, and it's private. People, this fascination built up, and people wanted to go and be invited. And then he goes worldwide. Do you see? He created that, the need or the want for something that hadn't been there before. Then Yeezy felt he needed to share these, as I said, he was going worldwide. And now, I'm not here to mock Christians, okay? I grew up in a Christian home. I believe that Jesus is a son of God. I believe a lot of different things, too, as I've explained in some of my videos. But I have issues with evangelical conservative Christians, and there's good reason. But when I'm talking about Kanye here, I want to bring up that he's someone that's kind of rising up as a false prophet and kind of leading people astray. And that's my concern here with what he's doing. Because, recently a service, and they burnt down, they built a set with a church and burned it down. I don't know. It seems like we got a different Jesus we both think of. That just kind of freaked me out. Although, what just came to mind was when Jesus tore apart the temple, saying this is, all the people who were trying to sell things and make money, and he was like, no, this is not my Father's home. We don't do this here. And he tore it apart, and he was angry. Maybe Kanye's trying to make a statement about the church system. I don't know. I really don't know. Now, also during this time, Kanye started coming up with like more and more just outrageous statements. He, one of the things that he said that just, it really upset a lot of people. This was like in 2018. He said that 400 years of slavery was a choice. And that hurt many of his fans and friends. You know, whose choice was it, Kanye, really? And he tried to backtrack and say, well, what I mean is, you know, there were 400 years and it's all y'all, like, it's like we're mentally imprisoned, mainly, he was saying. He tried to, yeah, you know, it's much like when you're in a, you know, slavery, an abusive situation, and people are like, why don't you just get out? Well, it's not that easy, folks. Really, it's not. I just like mind blown, you know. Kanye also says, to make myself clear, of course I know that slaves did not get shackled and put on a boat by free will. My point is for us to have stayed in that position, even though the numbers were on our side, means that we were mentally enslaved. And the reason I brought up the 400 years point is because we can't be mentally imprisoned for another 400 years. We need free thought now. Even the statement was an example of free thought. It's just an idea. Once again, I'm being attacked for presenting new ideas. And that's what Kanye said. It's like, okay. An employee actually confronted him and said these things. While you are making music and being an artist and living the life that you've earned by being a genius, the rest of us in society have to deal with these threats to our lives. Lathan is the gentleman who said this. Now, he also went on to say, we have to deal with the marginalization that comes from the 400 years of slavery that you said for our people was a choice. Frankly, I'm disappointed, I'm appalled, and brother, I'm unbelievably hurt by the fact that you have morphed into something to me that's not real. And yeah, I think sums up a lot of how people were feeling about it. Like, what you doing, Kanye? Where are you going with this? He also started wearing a MAGA hat and supporting Trump and becoming president. It was like that. He started becoming very ultra conservative. He was trying, you know, he wanted Kim to also follow him in where his direction with his faith and political thoughts and ideas, and Kim is on the left here and you got Kanye on the right, and it's like, yeah. Now, in July of 2020, mid-pandemic, Kanye, who had been an outspoken supporter of Trump, decided to run for president. Yeah. Now, he was not able to legally get the signatures on all 50 states' ballots. They found some signatures were faked. They weren't legit. They had, not real voters. But yeah, now he was on my ballot here in Idaho. Yeah, Idaho. We're special like that. I remember looking at the ballot going, yeah, he's there. It says Kanye West. Now we're going to get into this year. Just really recently. And I'm going to backtrack also because we're going to be bouncing around. Well, no, it's next year. Last year, not this year. This is 2022, not 2021. I'm like, I need coffee. Excuse me. Coffee. Let's try this again. We're going to go into the last year, February 2021. I got this. Kim files for divorce. And unfortunately, many saw this coming. I don't think Kanye really believed that she would do this. But their polarizing views on politics and religion and raising their kids, and some of the he was being real outrageous, and he was also opening up about very personal things. And I'm not going to get into what he was revealing, but it was hurtful to Kim. It was embarrassing. There's like some things need to be private and should remain that way. But he had zero respect for her privacy or how it would affect his children. He didn't care, and he would just go on and cry, and say all this stuff with or without, without her consent. She wouldn't give consent. Now, Kim did appear in an SNL skit in 2021. And in this skit, as you can see, she kisses Pete Davis. They kiss. Now, this is a skit. They kiss. And then later, in October 2021, they were seen together holding hands and such. And, Kanye was still living in his mind as though he and Kim were still together. He even bought a house across the street from Kim and was expecting to just be able to come on over and just walk on into her home because, his kids are there, so he can do so. That doesn't work that way, Kanye. It doesn't. And he's been using his kids as an excuse to be around Kim. And, claim he wasn't invited to certain parties, but there was already a pre-arrangement for his one daughter's birthday. It was like, no, you were supposed to come and and then there would be a second party. This is the first. But he was acting out, saying he's, I have to call these people to try and find out where this party is. I mean, it was, folks, he was still living in the mindset as though he and Kim are still together. It really just stands out. Now, through an LLC, West closes, he buys that house, and it's 5 bedrooms, 4-bath house, and it was for $4.5 million, this house that he got. And this is like mind blown. And this was in December 20th, I believe. Now, also in December 2021, while performing, Kanye was performing Runaway, and Drake was he was collaborating with Drake, and he asked Kim to run back to him. He changed the lyrics too. I mean, it was cringy, folks. And I'm guessing Kim also agreed, because the next day she filed to be declared single while the divorce was still proceeding, and to drop West from her name. Ouch. Yeah. She did that. Now, you see, at the end of December, Kanye began seeing Uncut Gems actress Safdie. I can't pronounce her name. The muse of Joe Safdie was Julia Fox, and that's who he started dating. Now, during their brief romance, Kanye continued an onslaught against Pete Davidson, even releasing a song with the rapper The Game that includes a line saying that he wants to beat Davidson up. Yeah. I think there's also a video showing Pete being decapitated. I mean, just, whoo! At this point, Kardashian Kim still hadn't publicly responded to or commenting on Kanye's actions. And, he, like as I said, he accused her of barring her from attending their child's birthday party, and he went on live Instagram. Now, the true escalation began on February 4th. when Kanye attacked Kardashian Kim on Instagram for allowing their 8-year-old daughter North to be on a joint TikTok account with her mother. And this also, she had lipstick on. Now, I tell you, an 8-year-old girl. When my daughter was 8 years old, I was letting her play with all my makeup. I was letting her try it all on and teaching her how to put on makeup because, by golly, they wanted to learn. I see nothing wrong. They don't paint their face up as much as mine. No. They go for more subdued look, and that's what, I was shown how to use makeup when I was that age too, when I was around 7 or 8. So I think it also just depends on, how a person's raised, but Kanye is very controlling, which has been seen here. Now, finally, Kim publicly speaks out, and she makes it known that his attacks are more hurtful than any TikTok North might create, and that Kanye is making a healthy co-parenting relationship extremely difficult. She also expressed her desire to deal with any of the other issues privately. Now, she's like, okay, let's not keep going all this public stuff, right? Now, what do you think Kanye did? Really? What do you think? He didn't comply. And he started accusing Kim Kardashian of putting a hit out on him. Oh, yeah. And he posted screenshots of conversations with Kim's cousin and of him asking for her new phone number after she threw her phone into the ocean while on vacation. She's like, leave me alone. I get it. And she's like, I'm not giving him my new number. And yeah, in less than a month, Kanye's attitude towards Kim just kept flip-flopping. It's like one moment I loves her and he wants to be with her, and another moment he's all mad. It's weird. Now, just 5 days after, he was harassing her about the TikTok account, he posts pictures of a Vogue photo shoot with Kim and their 4 children and captioned on Instagram, God, please bring our family back together. This post has since been deleted. And now, around Valentine's Day, he posted multiple attacks on Davidson. And he began to refer to him as Skeet. And Kanye comes out and says, Julia Fox and I, we've broken up. So he sends Kim a truck full of roses with the message, my vision is crystal clear. Now, as I mentioned, he's been diagnosed with bipolar, and, we do need to take into consideration manic episodes. And in these manic episodes, these roses, it's like a big, huge act of love bombing. And that's, people who do this love bombing, that's kind of, that is a hallmark, that is a thing that happens when you're in an abusive relationship. This overcompensation, it's scary. I think if my wife Carissa ever did something like that, I'd be like, honey, I'd rather just get a new vacuum. Or I'd rather get a new, walk for the kitchen. So stupid, But things that we use and things that I like, because we like to cook, so we get nice. We started upgrading all of our pots and pans and our kitchenware. And it's been nice. And that was our focus during, different holidays. That's what we would do. And I appreciate things like that more so than being love bombed. Now, Kanye posted messages between he and Kim. And it's titled Kim's Other Phone. And when you started seeing this, more and more people started seeing what Kanye is doing is a form of emotional abuse, and it started becoming real clear. Because he said that he couldn't keep their conversations private because he got a text from his favorite person in the world. Now, a story called "The Cut" by Erica Schweizer Hoshin. I butchered that. Schweiger. Yeah. Well, this kind of explains Kanye's actions. The best when talking about the bipolar disorder. While Kanye is not exempt from blame in his actions, as I said, he is still held accountable. Mania makes things significantly more complicated and can often shift a person's idea of reality. And that's real important because his reality is Kim is his wife and these are his kids. And it's not, they have moved on, they've separated. So the more severe the mania is, the less judgment and less of control a person has over their behavior, is what Erica writes. And, Kanye has seemed to maybe quiet down a little bit right now. Well, sorta. And originally, he was claiming in a court of law that he is not the one behind his Instagram posts. Now, the irony is this, folks. Do you see that? This. I'm pointing correctly. He posted this on his Instagram. A picture with him with a sign saying his account was not hacked and he is the one posting. But he's trying to claim, because Kim wanted to push the whole make me singles, declare me single, and give me, revert my name back to Kim Kardashian, please. And she was using, and he was trying to say, well, you can't say I did the Instagram post. Well, buddy, look what you just did over here. Look, did you forget? Okay. All right. Go figure. Now, what's really scary about Kanye, he's stalking Kim and flipping from love to hate. Just bam, bam, bam. And to the point where he wants Pete dead. And Pete, he's like, the dude is trying to remain calm and rise above everything that Kanye is throwing at him. And to me, that shows that Pete is understanding of Kanye's mental health and that he's bipolar. Still, Kanye's behavior is scaring me. And I hope he gets help before he hurts Kim or his kids. And I am very serious about that. That is... Oof. Now, last month, February, Kanye released Donda 2. Sorry, I've got a bit of a scratch on my throat. I gotta tell you, I'm still, I had COVID, and it's like these lingering little, it's just draining. That's why I didn't get a video done until Thursday this week. I'll get into that later. But we'll get into Donda here. It was only going to be released on a $200 STEM device. Now, the technology is this little white thing. It almost reminds me of the game Simon Says, even though it's all white, because they light up with colors. Okay, it lights up, and it was divided like in quarters. You know what? Let me get a picture so I can show it to you. All right, here is the STEM device, okay? Little, and you can mix your own beats with it, apparently. So, and it's Bluetooth, so you can have it play out through another speaker. Now, Kanye actually wanted to show how reliable this is. He has been holding limited listening parties of Donda 2, and he's been using the STEM device to broadcast it. Now, there's been glitches, but you know what? With any kind of electronics and new technology, there's glitches. Do I think this is going to go anywhere, this STEM device? I think it's going to go the way of the beta, the way of the 8-track, the way of those large laser discs. You see what I'm saying here? You're getting my feel? You getting it? Okay. I think it's going to be one of these things that, people are going to put money into, and it's not going to go anywhere. Do I think, maybe that was he's trying to make some money and, market himself differently, but I got to tell you, it's not, yeah. But anyway, so here we are now, and I do know that yesterday that the courts did, grant Kim's request. So Kim and Kanye are now legally single while they're still going through the divorce and discussing things with their prenup. And Kanye's attorney's trying to say the prenup isn't valid because anything in California after 2001, and it's not going to fly, folks. I don't see that flying. They're trying really hard, and I think, I'll always tell you, Emily Baker, she is your legal source here. She can explain things a lot better, especially with California laws, because that's where she was from, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I know more about Idaho because my wife, was a lawyer and worked at the public defender's office, and I just there's things that because I also helped proofread law papers for law school. It was a lot. But anyway, I'm not a legal expert anyway. So Emily Baker is your source there. Here, I'm your tarot expert, okay? Let's do that. So let's get into the tarot reading now and just kind of, I really am hoping and I'm praying that Kim and her kids, they remain safe. And I pray that Kanye's safety too. I worry. So here we go. Hi, welcome back. How are you doing, my friends? Now we just went deep diving, talking about Kanye West, his career, his marriage, and the end of it, and everything that his new music album released, and everything. So now we're going to get into this tarot reading. I'm praying everything goes well. Yeah, I got my music playing. Okay. Now, please remember that this is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. Now, I've been saying he's been stalking. His behaviors have been stalking. He has not been charged with stalking in a legal way, but behaviors, alleged he's a stalker and abusive to Kim. And who knows what kids. Okay. Oh, too many cards just start falling out. I'm using my Light Seers tarot deck today. Okay. Ace of Swords. Okay. Yeah, let me get it in here. Can you see it? Okay. Okay. It's like new ideas, new thoughts. Let's see what goes with that. Oh. The King of Wands. Yeah, so here is the King of Wands, and it's reversed, and this is like, I'm getting false imposter, starting, claiming to be new, starting fresh, but being shady, but it's not real. Now, Kanye is a Gemini, the twins, the two sides, and you see a lot of that in Kanye, and they're very cunning, very intellectual, very clever people, but they can be manipulative in that or in those ways. They also are really great. They love gossip and spreading rumors. Yes, yes. And as we can see in his Instagram post, nobody's safe. Nope. Um, what's interesting is their communication is considered really good. Very good at communicating, a linguist. And so you see that with him being with his rap and his freestyling, how he could just, the words just flow, okay? So those are just traits of the Gemini that we see, that I definitely see in Kanye. Now, I did not do his birth chart, so I don't know his moon sign nor his rising sign, but okay, and here's the Hangman. Okay. This, what I'm seeing here is like, it's a fake fresh start. He's not taking the time. He needs to take that time and actually, look at things from another perspective. People need to not be fooled by what he starts doing now. It's like a calm before the storm. And I don't like that at all. It's just putting that out there, folks. That's not good. He needs to take this new perspective, but it's just like, let me get some clarifying cards here. Oh gosh, the Hierophant. Oh gosh. You remember when I mentioned that, I talked about Kanye coming across as a false prophet? I think he's really going to be focusing and going more into his church things, and I think people need to understand these new ideas. Not safe for us, folks. This card. And the King of Swords. Ooh, quick with the tongue. He's an air sign, okay? So he's an imposter of it's a church. Yeah, it's like, honey, this doesn't look good for you, bro. No, bud. This is someone who's he's intellectually focused in his mind, but they're very controlling. And you can see that how he's even trying, he takes control. Kim's like, please, saying, don't post my text. He does it anyway. He's trying to tell, Kim's like, okay, we're going to have, Chicago's party here. And then you can, at 4:00, then you can get, and he's like, no, you're not going to keep me away. I'm going to find out where you guys are and can be there. He's very controlling. I'm really cold. It was warmer yesterday. I have a portable heater here, folks. Yeah. It was 65 degrees yesterday afternoon, so yeah, it was, turned off the heater now. Freezing. Okay. Has he declared his church's non-profit organization yet? Okay, the Queen of Cups here. There's like, people could be just seeing ignorance and stubbornness to not, want to look at things from another perspective. He's like, the perspective he's looking at is, his world is not, he's not seeing reality. He just is not seeing it. And the Five of Cups. Now, five is usually, there's like conflicts and such. And here this is reversed. And so he is gonna, this here, they're not paying attention and it's reversed. Alienating. I think he wants to alienate Kim and make it so that nobody would want to be with her, because how he's behaving is to alienate her. It's also, I see that there's the church, his Sunday services, I see it coming more exclusive again, alienating others. It's like, oh, you have to follow these certain things in order to be part of the services. Get the stream, maybe a streaming of the service. Just, here's the Wheel of Fortune, and it's reversed. I'm sorry, the song I'm listening to, it just came in, is from In This Moment, As Above, So Below. And I'm seeing, that just like really struck a chord here. Okay. Yeah, Kanye is not seeing the world as it is so much. And it's like he's stuck. I don't think he's taking all his medications, or they're not working, and he's not going to go and get help. He's not like, hey, let's get these to work again, Because I know I deal with PTSD, and I know I have to keep things in check. Okay, I was afraid to see the Pentacles. This is Two of Pentacles, and it's like juggling, and failing to juggle. But it's just back and forth with what is going on with reality, and he doesn't understand that he can incite people. He's not looking at the whole picture. He's not seeing how his actions are harmful and could harm his kids, and the damage that he's doing. Here's the Three of Cups reversed. Do you see these? There it is. It's reversed. And that is something, I just, with, this just screams, I'm sorry, jealousy. So, yeah, that's an obvious one now, isn't it? Cards, you guys are just, show me something new. Okay, let's try this again. There's the Seven of Swords just flashed up, and I gotta tell you, this, you see the dude, he's like running, right? He thinks he, like I said, Gemini, cunning, clever. The mind is so important to them. he just is like, he thinks he has some things up his sleeve, and he's got these secret plans of getting, his family back together. He really still is in this delusion because nobody else can have them. And here's the hermit, and he's reversed here in this situation. And, our little hermit guy, once again, we're dealing with this isolation, alienation, alienating. He thinks that his behaviors, if he just keeps, oh man, my head is killing me. Wow. Oh, he is going to get even more obnoxious, I think. Do more and try to alienate Kim, to keep Pete away and anybody else who could ever think of intruding on his family. Okay. Whoa. Okay, my headache. Okay, it's not pounding. Okay, my head is clearing up again. Huh. The moon. Okay, and we put this over the jealousy. Secret plans. Oh, yeah. Let me see. Yeah, that is. There is something, he's like holding on to something that he thinks he can use to hurt Kim. He's also trying to do these great grandiose gestures, like when he went on and claimed that he'd gotten, the one copy of this, sex tape of him with, and how he went and he, was able to get it for her, bring it to her, and let her know that no one else has a copy. It was all, this was just a fantasy tale, a story. So, Kim's like, that didn't happen. And here's the King of Wands, and this is reversed. Now, this is over the little dude who's like, I've got my plans. Oh, this is the Knight of Wands. Okay. Oh, Knight reverse. This is like, wow. He just can't. He's really in his head a lot and thinks everything, is this on this whole intellectual level, but he doesn't understand people's feelings. It's like he imitates them. He's very apathetic towards others. I don't care about you as long as I get what I want. He's dangerous. I'm going to put this out there, folks. And here's the Ten of Wands, and you see this woman packing up and walking away. And it's because of the oppression and the exhaustion. This is, Kim is just at her wits. He is exhausting her. He is trying to just wear her down and just keep going with that. I'd like to pull out my Lenormand deck. You guys know that I'm familiar. I use the other tarot deck, kind of divination deck. That was cards that were used in the Victorian days, and I really like the deck. And I'm using a newer one, not my gilded version today. I'm going to be using one that I've used it once or twice. It's my in a video. It's fairies. Okay. These are a little bit bigger cards and harder for me to shuffle, so bear with me in my hands. My poor little arthritic hands. Okay. Oh, shit. Ooh. 8. This is the coffin. This could be death. It could also mean something just ends. You know? But let's see what other cards come with this. The fox. He's a sly, sneaky one. He's a trickster. He's very smart. He's very clever, but he is deceptive. Okay. Okay, and 32, you see the picture here? It's got the moon and a fairy, because, yeah, it's my fairy deck. But this is the moon. Okay. This is like how others perceive things. It's like what's reflected. But it also could be emotions and your intuition. Or just a lot of creativity, which we know the little trickster guy is very creative. Very creative. 25. And there's a ring. So, with the coffin, this is the ending of an engagement, a relationship. So, yeah, this is the divorce. He is not viewing it the same as others. He's just not. We know this, but I wanted to know, 19, and here's the, 19 is the tower. He thinks, yeah, he's like, he's got his eyes on, as we use Pete Davidson. I think this is danger. This is like a party. Something. It doesn't necessarily have. It's a garden. It's like networking. He's gonna try and sabotage Kim's and Pete's connections with others, try and make it so that it's difficult to work with them to collaborate in any kind of business ventures. He's gonna try and yeah. You know, like I said, he's controlling. He's a controlling asshole. Brilliant asshole, but still. Okay, number 15 here, folks, is the bear, and this is just someone who's very powerful, and someone in business, and I see the bureaucracy. Yeah, he's gonna try and hurt Kim at the money where the business is. This is this change. You know, he's resisting the change. He another baby's gonna be involved. What? Is there gonna be a pregnancy? 3. This is the ship going abroad. Taking a trip, a vacation, but it's being blocked. Who really wants to stop her from being able to even travel? He's going to use his kid. Like, she wants to move. You can't move so far away because of the kids. Oh. He's going to pull that. Because here's 24, and you see the cute little lovers here. He is thinking he's still married to her, still can control her. He's going to do everything he can. He's just, you know, and he wants to destroy any relationship that Kim tries to get into. As we see here with the, 31, this is the son. He is going to be able to, there's going to be some people backing away. I think he's got something up his sleeve. He's got a sneaky little plan. He's going to be revealing some kind of maybe a dirty secret that's going to hinder, Kim business wise. Do I think Kim's gonna falter? No, she's gonna still succeed. She's gonna be on top of this shit. Here's 36 with the cross and the religion, and Kanye is going to be focusing more and more on his church, making music there and contacts, and just also he's going to be acting like, kind of the martyr. Like, I didn't want the divorce. My wife did this to me. Woe is me. Poor me. Yeah, I see that happening. I'm gonna try another oracle deck here. I'm gonna pull out something here. He thinks he knows something better. Well, the warden of Dis here is Thanatos. Completing. Okay. Justice, truth, and duty. Okay, so what I see here is, this is Abraham. Yeah, there's somebody. Kim's gonna be getting support. Maybe it's from her family, her sisters, or even from even further outside, which could be Pete. And they're going to be, it's like the truth is going to come out on what Kanye has actually been doing in this marriage. Kim is going to feel free to explore things again. Because, yeah, here is Nyx, Enchantress of the Night, Suffrage, Vigilance, Secrets. All that is going to come to light. The truth is coming out. I think things are going to get messier with the prenup and the divorce. Kanye's going to try and keep making more and more ridiculous demands. Like, he wasn't going to allow her to spend any money, unless, if she was declared, if she pushed the whole filing with the judge to declare her single. He tried some really sneaky controlling things. It's like he wants her to be dependent and reliant on him. But here's the mother of Dawn, beauty and compassion. He said there's somebody out here who's just, it's kind of like, I think Pete is, which is weird because I've always thought this guy was he's been through a lot, And he's also been a little controversial himself, but I think he's starting to look at things in a new light. The mother of creation, motherhood, and ferocity. Yeah, Kim is going to maintain custody of the kids. She might end up with sole custody. Kanye does not want that. He wants shared custody, but I think if it's shared, it's going to be like a 70-30. Something close around there. It's not going to be 50-50, and the 70 would be going to Kim, not Kanye. Kanye might end up having to have restricted visitation, commitment, acquisition, and responsibility. Osiris, the God King of Duhat. The secrets, he's going to. Kanye's gonna fall, but I don't think it's gonna. Kanye's Kanye. He hasn't been held accountable for much of anything ever. Because here's the Golden Empress, the Jewel of Vita. It's got all this confidence. He just exudes, and people are just drawn to him. So it's easy to believe him. But it's going to come out like he's just a liar. There's some, I think Pete's like, this middle person who's all the compassion, bringing the things to light. They feel obligated. It's like, I need to do this. I need to step up. I need to speak out because what Kanye is doing is wrong and humiliating. Here is Hathor, the Mistress of Harmony meditation. I think Kim will be able to get some harmony. It's not going to come quick. It's not going to be easy, but liars and tricksters cannot always keep winning. Karma, the wheel, as above, so below. What you give is what you take 3 times, threefold, and you're gonna, all this stuff that he's planning to hurt her with, it's gonna come back at him tenfold. He's really got to be more careful, and Kim just needs to keep persevering and being strong and lead on her family and Pete, and know that they're there for her, and she may feel like she's not getting enough at times, but she also has to realize that the people also have their own lives, but they're always going to be able to make time for her one way or another, or let her know that, hey, you know what, we'll help you out with the kids, we're here for you. We can kind of deflect things that come up with Kanye. We'll do our best to protect you. well, I don't know if we really learned a whole lot in these tarot readings, but so we did see, he's just gonna keep going until he gets stopped. He's gonna try and sabotage Kim and isolate her. That is basically the gist, and those are things that an abuser does. And seeing this all fold out publicly is like, for some people, this could be very triggering. So be careful. Don't, if this kind of stuff triggers you, don't keep following the Kardashians, keeping up with them. You see what I did there? I'm funny, aren't I? Maybe not. There was a candle that was getting a little too low. I want to get... Yeah. Folks, I had fun doing this reading with y'all. And if you are still here, please, give me a little purple heart emoji down below. Or should I do blue because of my hair? I gotta recolor it. Just lazy. I've been too busy planning. I got a vacation coming in the end of May, and I realize it's March, and it's the first time I'm taking the family, well, no, we've been out of state to, Washington, but I mean, we're going all the way to Southern California, and that's my home, that's my playground, that's where I grew up, and I'm going to be taking them all over the place there, and it's a lot of planning, a lot of stress. Yeah, so I've been dealing with that and trying to make sure everything's working out. I do want to do more videos. I'm working also on Natalie Wood. That I did in a poll. She came out really strongly. So yeah, let's find out what happened to Natalie Wood. What does Christopher Walken really know? I am a fan of the man. Now, Wagner, I was never really a big fan of that, and that was her husband, and I think he's suspicious, man. There is just too much. You just kind of go, a lot of jealousy and insecurity there, You're acting like you got a little wee. Yeah. I'm sorry, I shouldn't go there. I do love you guys, and I miss you, and I look forward to seeing your comments down below, and, feel free to message me, email me. I'm here. I try and check my emails at least once or twice a week. So, if it don't get to you right away, that's what happened, folks. I'm juggling so much here, even with home. But I do, and I will make time for you. So, please, remember, be kind to yourself and be kind to others. I love you. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Bye.